Hey, how's everybody doing? This is Jimmy, normally with the Tradlure podcast, but today I am making a YouTube video. It's been a while since I've done a video. Figured I've got a few products and, wanted to make some videos to give you guys a quick overview of things and also to supplement the podcast a little bit. Not trying to make money here, not trying to give free products, but there's not a lot of YouTube videos when it comes to traditional archery products. Every other hobby I've ever had, you type in something you're looking at buying and 1,000 pictures pop up. With YouTube, it's not, or with traditional archery, it's not quite the same. I mean, you'll find 1,000 videos about, Chinese made products like the Black Hunter. Sure, they're paid for or, donated products, but you're not seeing a lot of people just buying stuff and giving a review on it or giving an overview of it. And I think as a traditional archery community, we should be doing that a little bit more. If you've got a product, let people know what you think about it, whether it's something you received for free or if it's something you bought with your own money. Now, today's product is something that I did receive from Laurel Mountain Outfitters. It was not with the intention of me reviewing it. He just asked, that I give him some feedback on the product. I had Ryan from Laurel Mountain on my podcast last month, and, we were talking about some of the products, and since I spoke with him, he had a new product come out, and that is his arrow holder. So this is a removable arrow holder. I have one for micro diameter arrows and one for standard diameter arrows. It's a flexible TPU rubber that is 3D printed, and it also works on a button system here so that you can remove it. I've had arrow holders in the past, and normally hunting season I'll put one on and I'll take it off when 3D season comes along because I just get irritated with it. Sometimes I get irritated with them in general. And I've only tried one, and I put it on, take it off. The one I had, it's that standard black one you can buy from most places. It's got the piece of metal inside of it. And what I found was whenever I had it on my bow, if I so much as tapped my string, it undid itself from the arrow. All of them that I bought, it might be where I was placing it. But with the quiver on here, I don't have a lot of places I can place one. So definitely excited to check this one out. I've not tried it out yet. I've not installed it. I want to show you all how it fits on different sized arrows. So I'm going to do a close-up of that so you can know which size you need to buy. And then I'll show you how to mount it and we'll go from there. So just hold on real tight. I'll get you guys overhead and go through all of the arrows I have here and which one fits best so you know what to buy. All right, so here is an overview of the packaging it comes in. You've got the standard and the micro. It says lightweight and flexible, which is honest. Rotates for precision. I can't talk. Rotates for position preference, which this, I know you probably can't see it, but it does spin. Button attaches with non-marring adhesive. Guess we'll see about that. And extra adhesive tab included. If I flip it over, there's an adhesive tab. And proudly made in Pennsylvania. That's an important one for me. I'm trying to get away from too many non-original products made in China, and having somebody here in the US making something is definitely a positive. So just so I can keep these straight, I've got the one for micro diameters here on the left and the one for standard on the right. So I'm going to start with the thinnest arrow I have, which is my son's Easton Vector. And I believe that this thing, it's a 1400 spine. I mean, it's a noodle, feels like a coffee stir. Because I don't think this is going to be the right one, we'll go ahead and start with the standard diameter here. And it does hold into place, but does not take much pressure pop that off. All right. Moving to the next, I have this Skylon Archery Radius 700. Now this is more like your standard 165 diameter arrow. Go ahead and pop this on here with the standard. That one holds pretty well with the standard. Let's try the micro. Oh, and I forgot to play around with the micro on that small one. Well, that has a real satisfying click. And if I were to draw it back, it does pull off. But we'll try that later with the bow as well. Let's see if it clicks onto this vector. I like how that fits. Nice click. Very easy to pull off. But not so easy. If I hold this here, that's not going anywhere. All right. So moving up, I've got an Axis 340. So this is your 204 diameter arrow. This is a standard, and that actually pops on pretty nice. Comes off pretty easy. No wiggle there. Try the micro on it. Very firm click with that, but does not pull off too difficult. With this Axis, I think you could probably go with the standard or the micro. Next up, a gold tip blim, another 204. This one is a little bit thicker than the Easton Axis. Let's try this micro on here. Very strong click. But yeah, if I'm drawing that back, it comes off no problem. Standard diameter. It's a little looser than the micro. Once again, still holds very well. I think for the 204, you could probably do either. Okay. Now, oops, sorry. My go-to hunting arrow this year. This is just a standard 246. This is the Black Eagle Vintage. Just for shits and giggles, let's go ahead and try the micro. Now that's a tough click on there, but still not too difficult if you're pulling back, but you're not getting that off just pulling straight out. Now with the standard, very good click, pulls out nicely. Definitely say the standard for your standard diameter arrow. Who would have thought? Surely not me. The Easton 6.5, just like that vintage, fits on there well. Easy to separate, micro. Yeah, that one, you can look, you're really spreading out those teeth on there. So standard for that. And moving up a little bit, I have one of these traditional only 2018 arrows. Put the standard on. Ooh, that's a nice click. And off if you're drawing. It's not going anywhere, so. And then the biggest arrow I have, I've got an 11/32 cedar arrow. Clicks on nicely, and if you're drawing, pulls right off. So, you know what works there. I've done some playing around earlier. See where I wanted this at. I'm actually going to put it right here, right on top of my plunger. Because this turns, I'll be able to get it in place on this bow. Now, even though I said I won't tell you what to buy, if you don't have these isopropyl alcohol wipes, you get them at Target. I think you can get them just about anywhere. So much better than just buying a bottle of alcohol and dousing yourself and spilling it everywhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that. Clean up this riser. Let that dry for a second. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to do this on camera. Move this adhesive backing. I'm not going to do that on camera. All right, there we go. Go ahead, stick this guy right on here. It's down firm. Okay, that's not going anywhere. So now, all you do, pop that on. It's a button, spins freely. So you can kick it up out of the way. Stay back there just fine. And then when you get tired of it, you can just pop that off and leave that right on there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera around and we're going to see how easy it is to knock it out of place. So I'm gonna do the standard diameter, I'm gonna do a wood diameter, and I'm gonna do one of those really pencil thin 166 or 165 diameter arrows. Just one moment. All right, so we have got this installed here. I'm gonna go ahead and snap it onto the arrow. Very positive snap. See, it holds it there nicely. Wiggle the bow, not going anywhere. Tap it. Now this is when, with the old one, I would have issues. Not going anywhere now. Let's go ahead and start drawing. Okay, there's about an inch, and there it goes. That was my fault. Now let's go ahead and try this with the 204 on this standard size. Got the arrow. Put the standard on here. Once again, not going anywhere. Nowhere. Now let's pull. Now that does pull off a little bit easier with the standard. Let's go ahead and put the micro on for this one. So here's the one for the micro diameter. Okay, that fits there pretty well. Once again, not going anywhere. Push, 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 push. Nothing, then we're gonna start pulling. At about an inch and a half, breaks free. While I have this one on here, let's go ahead and try this 166. Now, I don't know if this is actually going to fit on my string. It's tight. Go ahead and put the micro one on here. No wiggle, holds well, and breaks free at about an inch and a half. Finally, to the biggest that I have. I'm not going to mess around and put the micro on here. So we'll take that off. This is cool too, because if you run different sized arrows, you can buy two of these, swap them off and on. Now this has got some long feathers, so I gotta get up in here for this. There we go. It's not going anywhere. Not bumping it. Ooh, just hit my light. All right, let's go ahead and start pulling. As soon as you get back to about an inch and a half, it breaks, which is what you want to see. Another thing I noticed is it doesn't hold shape too bad. I need to quit doing that. But if you look, just a slight curve, so you won't hit your feathers. And you can always flip it away. So if you know a deer's coming, you can pop it off and flip it out of the way. Flip it over your thumb. You know, something doesn't really get in the way. Tell you, I like it. I'm definitely going to be using it, especially on this bow. Probably put it on my other bows because it is so easy to pop on and off. You know, doesn't get in the way. My quiver will still mount on here. I did check that earlier. I am planning on getting one of his strap-on quivers though, so that will definitely work no matter what. But if you're looking for an arrow holder, I'm definitely, you know, you can check him out. It's Laurel Mountain. I believe it's laurelmountainoutfitters.com. He's a nice guy. You know, if you, once again, you don't have to buy this because I like it. You know, I'm going to do some long-term with it. You'll probably see it on this bow from this point forward. And, you know, check it out. A lot of products out there that will hold an arrow. I've only tried one other one, and I personally did not like it. This one I do think I'm going to like, though. Super well made, nice, flexible, has a nice snap. Well, that's it. You heard it from me. You all have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm not used to being on camera. I don't know where to look. So it might be like looking off into space or, whoa. All right.